Hey, this is Khalid Nathan Alim, the real estate boy, and welcome to Real Estate with Soul. This is a live stream that I try to do every week where I bring you lives of black real estate professionals. So this week we have Khalia Luff, and she's a wholesaler. She has a junk removal business, demolition business. She's a notary public, and what was the last one?
Investor and landlord.
Investor and landlord. So welcome to the live stream.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. So I wanted to bring her on because she does some outside of the box things with junk removal and also with being a notary public. So why don't we, before real estate, I guess, what did you do before real estate?
So before real estate, I was actually in college. I'm still very young. So I
Okay.
really didn't have like much of a career. I was working, odd jobs in college. I was a personal assistant before. I was a waitress. Um, and then I actually started my first business while I was in college. So prior
Mhm.
to getting into real estate, I actually co-owned a hair salon for a short while. And then I had
Oh,
an online clothing store while I finished school.
okay.
After I graduated from college, I actually became a school teacher for a very, very short while. And then that was when I quit teaching and got into real estate.
And that's crazy because back when I was in school, we really thought we were like business people.
Right.
Now, this is I graduated in 2000. I graduated college in 2000,
Okay.
but the entrepreneur bug wasn't out there. It wasn't culturally accepted,
Right.
nor did we kind of know that we can actually go and start real businesses. That was that when you get older, we're just going to learn now. But when I look at the new generation, it's like, no, we're going to do this now.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I mean? I think a lot of things are empowering people to do it now. So to own, to be, did you own a hair salon while you were in college or out of college?
In college.
Oh,
Actually,
wow.
with a woman who is a realtor now.
Okay.
Yeah. She was my
Awesome.
first business partner.
Great, great. And that's, I mean, I give y'all a bunch of kudos, man, and just executing now and getting in a set of things just being theory and just looking at boards and stuff. You guys are actually out there doing it. So you got out here. I think you said that you started wholesaling first.
Yes, I started wholesaling first out of college. I was actually going to do a flip first out of college. I got all my little money, my little refund money from school, and
Okay.
another guy who's still currently my business partner. We both graduated from Temple. He
Okay.
had a couple dollars after graduation, and we were going to put our little money together, and we was going to do a flip. And then once we tried to do everything, we realized we knew nothing and we was like at risk of losing all our little money. So we
Right.
learned about wholesaling and it was like, okay, this is like a much safer way to learn about real estate without risking all of our money. So that was how we got into wholesaling.
Okay. So you were a wholesaler, and then did the junk removal business come after that?
Yes, long after. So I started the wholesale company in 2016. We started the
Mm.
junk removal company in 2019. So 3 years
Okay.
later. Yeah.
Now, what does a person need as far as to start a junk removal business?
Really, all you need is a couple bodies, a couple
Okay.
able bodies that's willing
Okay.
to, move some trash. You need to get some type of truck, a pickup truck, box truck. But honestly, we started renting a U-Haul.
Okay.
Um, and a couple of, depending on where you are, right? So if you just coming off the streets and you don't have any money, then you definitely need to work out something with your client to maybe get some sort of deposit or something so that you can actually dump the debris and get the truck because that's pretty much the money that you need up front to do it.
Okay.
Um, and then that's it. That's literally all you need. That's all you need. Luckily, we already had a clientele, which is why the junk removal company took off so well because we were already in real estate for all of these years and had all of these clients. So literally, the
Mm.
same people we were selling houses to became our junk removal customers. So it was very easy to get a deposit or whatever we needed to do to get it going.
Okay. So take me through as far as what all that concerns, because when you speak about junk removal, somebody say, okay, somebody has some furniture in their house and
Right.
they want it removed. So you guys come through, you grab the furniture, you take it to the dump, and they're charging you to dump it.
Yes, the city or the local dumps, whoever owns the dump, they charge like, $100+ per ton of debris. And yeah, they charge you to dump it.
Okay. So how do you guys come up? Because I knew somebody who started a trash removal business, but they didn't know how to price it. How do you guys price?
So the way we look at it is we'll look at it. I mean, and this came from experience, right? Trial and error. So it's like
Mhm.
sometimes we lost money, it just came with it. But luckily, we already had other stuff going. So we were able to make our mistakes. We were able to, invest in this company, do what we needed to do. But now, we'll look at it and we'll say, okay, how many people, does it take to get this done in how many hours? And then we
Mhm.
know how much we need to pay our guys per hour to get this done. And then we can kind of like, again, with experience, we've gotten good at being able to look at it and say, okay, this is demo debris. This is much heavier than like household furniture or trash. And
Okay.
so we're able to look at it and say, this weighs about 2,000 pounds or 4,000 pounds or something like that. Because the dump is going to charge you per ton. So
Mhm.
that's how we kind of look at it and gauge how many tons it is. And so it's, paying your guys, it's paying for the dump, but then there's also things like your truck. We have our own trucks now. So, there's maintenance, there's insurance, there's gas. All of that goes into pricing, and then there's profit. And then, you got to pay the guys to dump, all of those things.
Okay. Now with that, does the demo come hand in hand with that? So do you guys do junk removal and demo?
Yep. So we actually started off doing junk removal because it was just simple and easy. And then
Mhm.
literally, again, all of our clients are investors. So, we be doing the junk removal and they're like, we know what they're about to do with the property, right? So for instance, we literally sold an investor this property. And so she gave us the junk removal job. We knew that she was going to rip everything out. And there was some carpet in there. We had never done demolition, but we were like, hey, do you want us to take this carpet up? And she's like, oh yeah, take the carpet because we're going to take everything anyway. So we were able to roll that into the junk removal. And then little by little, it was like, okay, people just started needing little things like that. So we literally learned how to do demo hands on so that we
Okay.
can like train our team how to do demo.
And that was going to be my next question because I seen this meme the other day where the guy was kind of, I guess they were doing a partial demo, and the guy was walking by a wall, and the wall fell down on him. And so, my question is, I know everybody just can't go in and just start ripping stuff down
No,
because if you do, it's dangerous.
right.
Is there is there a certification that you have to get, or is there any training, or what training goes into that, knowing how to do a demo?
So I don't believe, and this is from my research, I don't believe there's any type of certification that you need to do interior demolition. If we were like tearing down entire houses, there's a special certification that we need. But no, there's literally no certifications or anything. But again, us having our network and our resources, we were able to
Mhm.
tap in with GCs that we knew. And we
Okay.
literally went on jobs and we worked for free and was like, we'll do some of this demo work, but show us what we're doing. And then that
Oh.
was how we learned, don't hit this wall, or if the joists are running like this, different things
Mhm.
like that we learned before we took on a demo client. And then more trial and error, right? So we never did anything like crazy, like thank God nothing super crazy ever really happened. um,
Mhm.
but it was still trial and error. We still made mistakes. We still punch walls we weren't supposed to, or broke things or whatever.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because
But we are
it,
OSHA certified now. So my
okay.
partner and I, we are OSHA certified. So we did take responsibility in us training ourselves, or getting ourselves trained with the people and the resources that we knew, so that we knew what we were talking about and we knew what we were doing and looking at. And then we got OSHA certified.
Right, because it seemed it could be dangerous. I mean, you're taking a wall down, and the outlets might still be live or something like that.
Right, right. So we
Um,
have checklists. We have like, after just going through the processes, like I'm really good with creating processes and systems and things like that. So after we learned the skill, we created things like that. Make sure that the electric is off. Just different things that you would have to pay attention to. We make sure that we put into our systems and trained our guys on it.
and that's important because some investors will try to penny pinch, so they're like, well, you know what? Just give me a sledgehammer, and
Right,
I'll just take it to this wall.
right, right, right,
You, you know, versus hiring somebody and knowing like, hey, you got to do things in order because if you
right.
don't do them in order, you could be wrecking some stuff, but you could be endangering your life.
Right, right.
So if you are an investor out there and you are looking at this, I would definitely recommend that you contact a demo company versus trying just to do the demo yourself, which I see all the time.
Really? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
right, right, very crazy. Now, as far as your mobile notary, why don't you tell us about that? How did you get involved in that?
So when we started the junk removal business, we were really in this space, like as you mentioned before, about like how the younger generation is really taking action with entrepreneurship and stuff. We were, realizing that we needed to add additional streams of income. And that was why we started the junk removal. And that was also why I became a notary. So honestly, in the beginning, I didn't even connect the fact that, every single real estate transaction has to get notarized. When
Right.
I became a notary, it was just like a way to make extra money. I'm always like trying to figure out what credentials I can get, like how can I add value. So that was how I went and got my notary commission. And then it just clicked. I did my first settlement and it clicked, like, oh my goodness, here we are again, my exact same clients that I sold a house to, that I did
Hmm.
a junk removal to,
Right.
like they also need this service as well. So I
Right.
catered the notary business specifically for real estate. So I'm not really worried about, stamping the mom's, paper that they need for their kid to go to school.
Right.
Settlements, loan signings, like power of attorney, like very just real estate related. So I can stay right in my network and right in my like line of knowledge.
Right. And that's what I was going to ask you as far as being a notary, because I'm a notary also. And I know that there's just so many avenues that you can go down with a notary.
Right.
As far as, I mean, one of the obvious ones being you stamping settlements or being a mobile notary. But as far as stamping wills and going into hospitals, what other notary services have you done outside of real estate?
Yeah, I have done power of attorneys. I have done wills. So actually, my real estate attorney refers me to her clients whenever she's
Mhm.
doing wills or power of attorneys. And that's really, I think, the only way I get into those spaces is through my attorney. But I have been in hospitals. I have been in nursing homes. Those are all spaces that need notaries. Even like schools and things like that need notaries.
Right. I think a lot of people overlook that. It's something that where you get your license, and you have to keep your license up. I think mine's is coming due like in 2023.
Okay.
Um, but you got to keep your license up. But it's something where you can make some real good money
Sure.
if you do get connected and get with the right people.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right. So you said also that you're an investor. Are you picking up many deals these days?
So I just bought my first duplex last year, the end of last year, and then my partners and I just purchased a single family in West Philly that we're going to renovate and rent. Um,
Okay.
so I'm really just getting started on the actual buy and holding side because, like I said, I have been wholesaling for so long. Um,
Hmm.
but I'm trying to buy as much as I can, as much as
Right.
my pockets will allow. Honestly,
Or getting other people's money, because that
absolutely
seems
right. Yeah,
that
yeah.
seems to be the trend now. No, but I agree. Um, I truly think that Philadelphia is still undervalued,
Hmm.
and when people start catching on that, hey, they got these houses for X amount, and did you know that you can reach 25% of the United States within 5 hours from
Oh,
Philadelphia?
oh no, I didn't know that.
Yep. So if we're talking about location and being in real estate, we're always talking about location.
Right.
Philadelphia is one of the best located cities out there. So I definitely expect there should be an uptick in prices, especially with a lot of the life sciences that's coming
Mhm.
to Philadelphia,
Right.
the universities and the hospitals.
Right.
Um, I definitely see it picking up. So in a reference to the I guess what are some of the ways that you guys do protect your employees um with the junk removal business? Because I gotta feel it has to be like strenuous on a person's body and whatnot.
Hmm. So junk removal is a lot more simple than demolition. It's not as strenuous, but it can be tiring. We definitely had a policy where we wouldn't let our guys work more than like 4 days in a row. They
Mhm.
had to take days off so that they can give their bodies a rest. Uh, we would try to, like, we would try to talk to them about like eating healthy and like working out and stuff like that. That is really the culture that we would like to create within our companies, but like we're limited because they were, W-9 employees. They're and I don't know, like I'm not experienced with like really trying to change a whole like group's mindset or whatever, but those were things that we would tell them, like make sure you stop and eat your lunch, make sure you have
Okay.
water, make sure you're like not filling up on pizza and just
Mhm.
junk and stuff like that, because it's not going to fuel your body. That's pretty much all we could do to like keep them safe. We would make sure, boots were a requirement, for them to work, just the proper gear and things like that. Yeah.
Okay. Now, as far as because I know your notary business is called Sankofa Signings, right?
Yes.
Okay. So do you guys and I know the junk removal business is what, Sankofa Trucking?
Sankofa clean outs and junk removal.
Okay. So is it under one LLC that you have all these businesses under? Like, how's that organization set up?
So they're all separate LLCs just because they're literally all separate businesses. Um, yeah, they're all separate LLCs, but I am in talks with my accountant now to see if we need to set up like a holdings company like Sankofa Enterprises, and maybe the enterprises holds these different LLCs. But as of now, like for protection purposes, they're all separate.
Okay. And I know your tax accountant likes that because they're all separate. Uh,
Yeah, I'm very organized and all of that. So like my bookkeeper loves me. Yeah, like they're all
okay.
completely separate. Yeah.
See, I'm the total opposite.
Me,
Now, do
like
you
all of
use
that, 'cause I like to keep
keep it
everything.
organized?
Yeah,
Now, do you have QuickBooks?
I do have QuickBooks. I have
Okay.
QuickBooks, and then I still have my bookkeeper.
Okay. Okay. Because I use Wave.
Okay, I just heard of that today, literally.
Yeah, I use Wave. So it's something that, I mean, it's not QuickBooks, but QuickBooks is something that you pay for.
Okay, Wave
Um,
is free.
Wave is free.
Oh, I need to look at Wave.
Now, if you talk to an accountant, they'll tell you they'll try to shy you away from Wave because it
Okay.
doesn't do as much as
Okay.
QuickBooks does. But in my opinion, QuickBooks is like super expensive.
Hmm.
And it's just like, all right, we need some competition here because I feel like this a monopoly.
Okay. I pay like $27 a month. That's the most I pay. That's the one I use. I don't like do bill
Okay.
pay there or anything like that. Like I still pay my own bills. So I pay $27 per company. And then my business, no, I'm sorry, my bookkeeper just told me you can actually pass the billing on to your accountant or your bookkeeper and they get a discount. So I actually just passed all of the billing on to her. And I think
Okay.
I want to say it's like half price. I'm paying like $18 now.
Oh
Something.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's love because we got so many subscriptions and monthly charges. You
Right.
know, if you can do something to defray the cost, that's always good. Um, is there any other business ventures that you guys have going on that you're going to be looking to expand in the near future?
So we also rent out cars on Toro. Um,
Okay, how's that going?
it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like Toro, or I like the whole rental car thing because it is truly passive. I will say that for the most part, it's truly passive. Um, my one business partner, she is responsible for like in the event that a customer doesn't send pictures or something like that, if she has to go and clean it or gas it or something like that, she does that and like she gets a management fee for that. But
Okay,
outside of that, it's hands off and like the cars are priced well, they pretty much stay booked, the customers gas it, the customers, they should clean out the cars if they don't want to get hit with a fee. So
right.
I like it. And the way we did it, we purchased our cars outright, so we don't
Okay.
have any notes or anything like that. So there's not too much overhead. Um, and with the depreciation that we're able to claim on the cars, and because it's pretty much all expenses, it actually helps us offset our taxes on the other businesses. So I like it for those reasons.
Great. Now, does that business have its own separate LLC, or is that under one of the other LLCs?
No, it does have its own separate LLC. But this is kind of probably like where we're stopping for now.
Okay.
We are going to add some more fleet to the rental business, but as far as a bunch of different LLCs, unless like our accountant tell us it's necessary for each property, like project
Mhm.
that we do, we'll do that. But other than that, we're probably going to like just make sure we got a good grip on what we have now, and then we're going to build our rental portfolio, do flips, things like that, kind of just focus a little more.
Okay. Now, with your rental car business, did you guys go economy car? Did you go luxury or?
We have two 2016 Ford Fusions. I'm not a car person, so I
Okay,
couldn't tell you whether they was
that's like
luxury.
economy.
It's
Yeah.
like regular, yeah. To me, it's like regular. But they do really well in Philly because in Philly, people just want a nice car, and it's just like a nice silver, clean car. If I
Hmm.
was in Miami market or like Atlanta or something like that, you want
Right.
to go Corvette, you want to go higher end, so it
Right.
kind of depends on where you are. I don't know that they would do so well here because, yeah, I don't think they would do so well here.
Right. Because Philly may not be the best market for those cars in these little streets and
Right.
Philadelphia's aggressive drivers.
Yeah. Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
so, so you guys haven't gotten the hey, I'll bring your car back, and it's Sunday, and now it's Wednesday or Thursday, and they haven't brought it back.
No. So for one, I think Toro does a okay job of like preventing things like that because I mean they have their profile, their card information, things like that stored on Toro. So if they go over, then they're charged. But we also got kill switches installed.
I was going to
So
ask that.
yeah, so we literally have an app where we can always see where our cars are. We can start them, we can unlock them. And
Right.
so if somebody like didn't return our car, the minute that they turned off the ignition, we could just put the kill switch on and they couldn't do anything else.
Right. I was going to ask you about that because that's one thing that they say that you got to have is a GPS and a kill switch.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, did the cars come with that, or you had to get them put on?
No, we had to get them put on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll definitely probably be contacting you about that soon because I've
Okay.
been trying out cars. I just haven't pushed the button as
Okay.
far as to get one and be like, all right, let's do this and kind of see how it goes. I know some people put lock boxes on a car.
Yeah, I have seen that as well. I think we weren't able to find the car one. I've seen it
Mm,
because I've rented cars from Toro before and people have had them, but like when I went to Home Depot and stuff and even Amazon, I didn't really see that. So that was how we came across the kill switch, but it's better because you don't have to it's just like less hardware or whatever and it's just more hands off, which is really what everything should kind of be. Like you should
right.
set up all your businesses in a way where you can kind of like not be the bottleneck.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Now, as far as advertising, do you guys have one website and then have kind of all your businesses on there, or does each business have its own separate website?
So we literally don't have any websites.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
like yeah, surprisingly. When I first became an entrepreneur, I was really stuck on logos and websites and all of that type of stuff. Now I understand that, none of that means nothing if you don't have like a quality operation and service that you're providing. So I think the
Mhm.
focus was more on that. And people don't even notice because we have such a large social media presence. And
Okay.
nowadays you have things like social like Facebook pages, Facebook business pages. They kind of
Mhm.
as a website where you can put reviews and different things like that on there. But we are in the process of creating a website, and the concept is kind of like a hub where there will be one main website where you can kind of see the other ventures.
Okay. I just learned on Google that you can go into Google and you can host your own website for free in Google.
Yes, I think Google, when I was setting up my Google page for the notary business, I did something and it created a website. So the
Wow.
notary company has like a website, but it wasn't really anything that I intentionally created. It was something that happened because of Google.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, Google's taken over, or they've already taken over.
for
That's
sure.
crazy. Well, if somebody wanted to so if somebody wanted to find you, I guess how would they do that now?
I'm active on social media, so Facebook and Instagram. Facebook is just Khalia Luff, my name. Instagram is Miss Khalia, I believe.
Okay.
Just MS. Um, And then each business is also on Facebook and Instagram, with the exception of, well, the junk removal and the notary businesses are on Facebook and Instagram. So they both can be found at Sankofa Cleanouts, at Sankofa Signings, and then all of the contact information. We actually do have one office line where you can dial multiple extensions to reach each company. So we
Okay.
have one phone number, and then each company has its own email.
Gotcha. Why don't you give that phone number out?
Sure. The phone number is 215-987-2802.
All right, guys, you heard it. If you're looking for a junk removal demo, if you need a mobile notary, I guess
If you're buying a
what's
house,
the
if you're selling a house,
right? What's the lead time? That's the word that I wanted to use. What's the lead time as far as if I need you as a mobile notary? How much lead time do you need?
so I think what makes me very unique as a mobile notary is that I do understand the world of real estate. So I do get many calls where people are like, I need you now, or I need
Right,
you today. So yes, I do have that available. It is an additional charge if you do need me last minute, because obviously I have to rearrange my day or whatever.
right.
But I can be available. Like I truly get the real estate world. So I make myself available for my clients whenever.
All right, y'all heard it here. So if y'all need a mobile notary, somebody stood you up, or you got to get something fast because y'all got settlement tomorrow, or later on that day, give Khalia a call and at Sankofa Signings, and you said on Facebook and Instagram, right?
Yes, at Sankofa Signings.
All right, cool beans, cool beans. Well, thanks for coming on. We appreciate you, and continue success.
Thank you so much. Thank you so